that they were the lucky winner of a lottery draw.
Postal Inspector Gene Marchese is holding a counterfeit check, something he's seeing more and more of.
Well, the quality of the counterfeit checks is very good. Most bank tellers don't recognize them.
His agency has seized more than $2.1 billion of these fake checks this year from scammers around the world. The details vary, but it always starts the same when the scammer sends someone a fake check. A popular one is when they pose as a new roommate.
They send first month's rent, last month's rent, and a security deposit. You receive the money, you deposit it, then all of a sudden at the last minute, the scammer backs out and says, "I've had a death in the family. Could you please refund my money, but keep $2,000 or keep $1,000 for your trouble?" So they wire the money back, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, the check actually bounces.
Marchese says the reason this scam works is because banks are required to cash the check within 5 business days, but it takes much longer for them to verify if it's real.
A lot of times the consumers see the balance in their account, they think it's good, and the check is good. But in reality, it may take 2 or 3 weeks and sometimes months for the check to actually clear.
The scammers push to get the refund quickly because once the bank discovers the check is fake, the victim who cashed it is held responsible.
Once the check bounces, the bank is going to come back to the customer and they want their money.
The checks are getting more and more convincing, and postal inspectors are working with agencies around the world to arrest these scammers. But Inspector Marchese says the best way they can fight the problem is just to tell people how to protect themselves.
What people need to remember is there is absolutely no legitimate reason for someone to send you a check through the mail and then request a refund to be wired back.
Now, the Postal Inspection Service has created a really great website with some good information, including specifics on how these scams are done, some photos and information about some of their busts, and even contact info in case you think that you might have been a victim. And you can find a link to that right next to this story on my homepage. For WPRI.com and FoxProvidence.com, I'm Dan Haggerty.